Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be my yearly favorites for the year of 2018. Today is New Year's Day. I'm actually still getting over my sickness. As you can tell, my voice is a little bit deeper than normal, but I wanted to film this before I go to Louisiana, so I'm doing that today. I have made a list on my phone. I categorized it the best I could, and I'm gonna do by section. So like I have one for foundation, one for concealer, one for this, one for that, and like kind of go down as I would do my face. So yeah, if you want to see my yearly favorites, then let's just get into it. Okay, so the first category is primers, and I do have two primers that I have just been consistently using all throughout this year. The first one came as a surprise to me. It was a product I thought was a gimmick when I first picked it up, but I ended up really loving it. This is the Smashbox Primer Water, and I have repurchased this 3 times. I picked this up on 21 Days of Beauty probably last year, and it was on a whim. But now I use it every day before I put down moisturizer. It is the first thing that goes on my face because I feel like it just gives me enough of whatever primer product is in here that before I go in with even a moisturizer, it just really preps the skin so well for whatever I put on top of it. But the original is definitely my go-to. I love it so much and I definitely use it every single day. Okay, the next product is this beauty. This is the Becca First Light priming filter, and if you guys have been with me for quite some time, you know this is pretty much the only primer that I use. Nothing compares to this. It is perfect. I tried the backlight priming filter and it's a little bit different. The backlight priming filter is a lot of shimmer on the face. This one gives not necessarily shimmer, but it does give you a dewy look. It has some radiance in it, but it is hydrating, and I think the purple in it cancels out some of my redness and makes my skin look a little less dull. It preps the skin so well. It sits so nicely underneath foundation. I feel like it makes my foundation wear longer because my skin is more hydrated and I have very dry skin, so having a hydrating primer really helps, and I've just repurchased this 3 times. It is my favorite of all time, and I love you. Okay, next we're moving into foundation, since that's what I typically do next. And the only foundation I have been wearing this year is this. This is the Physicians Formula The Healthy Foundation, and currently I'm wearing the shade LC1. I was super skeptical when I first got this product because it smells like maple syrup, like really strongly of maple syrup, and I don't usually like products that smell. It irritates my head, it gives me a headache, but I loved the finish on this. It was so completely dewy. It was so beautiful. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to keep trying it. And I'm so happy that I did. It is my favorite foundation of all time. I wear it literally every single day that I wear makeup. The whole year I've just been using this nonstop. It's the perfect foundation. It's a medium coverage. It's super dewy. And even though some people say it doesn't last a long time, for me it lasts 6 to 8 hours. I just feel like you need to set it to make it last. If you don't set it, it's gonna wear off. But I think it just looks beautiful, and I think because it's dewy, as the oils in your skin peek out throughout the day, I feel like it just looks even dewier and more fresh looking. So I feel like this is definitely a foundation that looks great over time. Like, it's just a staple, really good foundation. Okay, for concealer, I actually don't have it with me. I ran out of it. So I'm gonna put a little picture, move over. I'm gonna put a picture right here. But my favorite concealer of this year was the Milani Retouch and Erase Concealer in the shade Fair. It was life-changing. And the shade Fair just fits me in the summer. It's pretty light for fair. I find that sometimes they say fair, but they don't mean that. Being so fair myself, I do know that it's more of a light color concealer, but it is so beautiful. It is so dewy. It blends out so well. It sits so well underneath the eyes. It doesn't crease super badly for being so dewy, and if you set it, I feel like it lasts all day long. It looks so fresh. But I see that Milani is coming out with new concealers for 2019, so hopefully it is an improvement on the Retouch and Erase Concealer, but that is my favorite of all time. I went through it. I'm trying to go through other concealers in my collection before I repurchase it, but it is by far the concealer I used all throughout 2018. Okay, next is setting powder, because I'll set my eyes next. And the only powder I've been using this year since I picked it up is this one. This is the Colourpop No Filter setting powder in the shade Translucent. And look, I went through half of this already. This one sets my face well, but still lets dewiness show throughout the day, and it doesn't mattify my face so much that I get those crinkles. So that is why I love this so much. It's also super affordable, and I will never stop using this. So a lot of these are actually Colourpop products, but as you'll see. The next one is bronzer, and this is the Colourpop bronzer in the shade Private Party. And it looks like this. As you can see, I've dug into this. It is well loved, and there's a good reason for it. I picked it up on Kathleen's like Best of Colourpop yearly videos. She was raving about this, and I needed a good bronzer because I liked the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer, but I don't know if it was the one I had. Mine wasn't picking up enough product. I was digging my brush into it, and I felt like I wasn't getting any payoff, so I wanted to try a different bronzer, and I picked this one up, and I love it so much. This is definitely a little bit deep for my skin tone, I feel. This would definitely fit light complexions better than me, but I find with a light hand and with pressing it like the Mariah Leonard method instead of swirling it around, you do get a really nice bronzed application. I love this, especially in the summer when I do get a little bit of a tan. I feel like it gives a nice sun-kissed glow. It doesn't have shimmers in it, but I feel like it does have a nice sheen on the face, so it doesn't look completely matte. It's really, really pretty. Again, this is super affordable, and it came in its own little carrying case, which I think is so nice. It's like, it has a mirror. I'll never break this, so I love that so much. Next, for blush, I only have, oh my god. For blush, I only have one again, and if you guys have been watching me from the beginning of my channel, which was last February, this is the only blush really that I use. This is the Tarte Amazonian Clay Blush in the shade Exposed. It is the most beautiful neutral pink. I was actually not intending to get this color when I picked it up. I picked up the wrong shade, but I loved it so much that I decided to keep it. I feel like this goes with every look I'm ever going to do. I'm actually wearing it on my cheeks today. I don't like a harsh blush, and this the Tarte's formula, it's definitely less of a harsh blush. It's definitely more of a buildable blush, and these last forever and ever and ever. I've had this one for a year. I've made a significant dent, I feel. You can see like it's definitely been dug into, but I still have so much product. You'll like never go through these blushes. I think it's absolutely amazing. It's the perfect shade, and I wear it. It's my everyday neutral blush. I just love it so much. For highlight, there is only one highlighter that has completely stolen my heart in 2018, and it's also from Colourpop. This is their Super Shock Cheek in the shade Lunch Money. Let me just, look at how beautiful this is. It's not glittery, it's more of just a sheen, and it really just looks wet on the face. I actually did hit pan. I never hit pan on products like literally ever, so I hit pan on this one, and that's really exciting. I wear it every single day. I just posted my no makeup routine, and I'll link that down below. I use it in that. I feel like it just gives such a nice glossy look to the skin without looking super highlighted, but when the light hits it, it's just like bam, like it's there. It's just the most beautiful thing, and the formula of these are so amazing. It's like a cream gel powder mix. It like feels wet to the touch, but it goes on like powder, but it looks wet. I don't know, it's amazing. If you haven't tried a Colourpop Super Shock anything, it's definitely an experience. So next I have eyeliners. I surprised myself with this one. I was thinking about what eyeliners I used the most in 2018, and to be honest, I shocked myself. I realized that I reached for a pot gel liner. This has been the gel liner that I've been using, and it is from Pretty Vulgar. This is the Pretty Vulgar ink gel liner in the shade Blacklist, and it's really cool because it's so old-timey, and it's like when you like gonna dip your brush into here and write to your son who's in the Civil War, and the product is right in there. It is so amazing. It is the creamiest, most easy to use formula ever. It glides on super easily. It gives you time to manipulate and work with it before it sets down, and when it sets down, it does not budge at all. It stays there, and I even have trouble getting it off with like a makeup wipe. I think it's absolutely beautiful. It's stunning. It dries matte. There's no sheen on top of it. It is just the only gel liner and the only black liner that I go for because it's just so incredibly like foolproof, and I need that in my life. So this one shocked me, but I love the Pretty Vulgar pot gel liner, and it's such a great product. And for pencil liner, I do have one, and I picked this up in the beginning of last year, but I really started using it like to its full potential this year. This is the Essence Extreme Lasting Waterproof 16-Hour Wear eyeliner in the shade Silky Nude, and I have gone through it quite a bit. I feel like it looks smaller than a typical liner. I pretty much wear it every day. I'm not wearing full-blown makeup, or if I'm doing a more natural makeup look. This lasts in the waterline like I've never experienced. Like, I love the Colourpop liners, but they don't last in the waterline all day. This lasts in the waterline all day. Like, I'll go to school and I'll spend 14 hours at school and I'll come home and this is still on my waterline. It really is waterproof. It really does last, and I'm pretty sure I paid $1.50 for this. So I love finding great products for cheap prices, and I feel like nobody talks about these liners. So I just wanted to, you know, come on here and say my piece. I really, really love it. And yeah. Okay, from eyeliner we're gonna go to mascara, and I actually have two favorite mascaras for this year, and I have them both closed because they're my backups, and I'm currently using the Grand Mascara, so I don't want to have too many open, but they're these two. I'm going to talk about them individually, but first I just want to give a shout out to both of them. These are the Tarte Matte Mascara and the Monsieur Big by Lancome Mascara. I'm going to talk about this one because I discovered this one first. So I discovered it before I went to London 2 years ago, and I bought it on a whim because I think it was like a $10 sale and I wanted to try it. I heard great things about it, but I didn't use it until I got back from London, and then I just fell completely head over heels in love. The brush on this is so incredible. It is a long rubberized brush with like a million little rubber bristles all around it and at the tip. So when you like go and want to get these areas with just the tip, it has bristles for it. I feel like the millions of little bristles really cling onto the lashes and just volumize them and lengthen them and separate them so it looks like you're wearing false lashes, which is definitely what I want in a mascara because I don't know how to put on false lashes myself. So I love that about it. It wears super, super well throughout the day. It does not flake off on me. It sometimes smudges if I'm having like if I'm sick like I am now and I like have watery eyes, it will smudge. It's not waterproof, but it is so, so, so good. I get compliments all the time when I wear this mascara, and it's just such a staple in my life that I've repurchased it so many times. I have a backup of this backup because that's just how crazy I am, and even though I know it's there, I like don't want to waste it or use it. I don't know. It's so good. I can't stop wearing it. I can't stop repurchasing it. And if you want to try it, they always have this on sale for like $10 at Ulta. You just have to wait for the right time. It's definitely worth picking up. And the next one is Lancome Monsieur Big. This one I like for different reasons. I didn't think I liked the traditional bristles that are like brush-like until I tried the Monsieur Big. It is more like a traditional mascara in that it has that weird brush tip. But the formula of this mascara is just unlike anything I've ever tried before. It is a wetter formula to start with, and that's not one that I typically enjoy, but after I think 3 or 4 uses, it gets like stiff enough for me to enjoy using it. It makes eyelashes out of thin air, I feel. It is, it literally looks like I'm wearing false lashes. Like this one is super lengthening and super volumizing, but this just takes it to a whole nother level. It's like the best mascara I think I've ever used, and I couldn't pick between these, even though I'm raving about this one a little bit more, but this is more expensive than the other one, and that's why I think it's a little bit better. The formula is incredible. It's definitely not waterproof at all, but it doesn't flake or doesn't smudge on me, which is really, really nice. And I find a lot of higher end mascaras do flake, and I don't like that, but this, it doesn't. It lasts a super long time. I usually use the tube for like 4 or 5 months, and it just like has the staying power of, I don't know, Mr. Clean magic erasers. It just does not stop working. It's amazing. So yeah, that's my 2 mascaras. I wish I had picked a drugstore one, but honestly, I have not found any drugstores mascaras that could really match up to those. Even though I've tried a few good ones, it's just, they never measure up. From mascara, we're going to move on to eyeshadow, and I have a lot of palettes that I do use. You know, I'll dabble in each one for a certain amount of time, but really the only eyeshadow palette that I've consistently gone back to is this one. This is the Kathleen Light's Dream Street palette, and I just love the color story in here. I'm a warm-toned girl, so I love the warm-toned shadows, but I love the ability to play around with these blues. They're all so pigmented and wonderful. I think this is just so well organized. I specifically love this shade, which I think is called Kaleidoscope. Yeah, it is a duochrome. Let me see if you can catch it. It's like a duochrome brown, blue, gray. It is the most intense, beautiful shimmer, and I also love this gold. This one is more like an eyeshadow topper. It has the consistency of an eyeshadow, but it's more sheer. So when you do like a full matte look, like I'll put these two and then this, and I'll put this over it, it just gives a whole new dimension to the eyeshadow. I think this is one of the best palettes that Colourpop has because it is so you know, you could do anything with it. You can go for a really bold eye look or a really neutral eye look. It has everything. The shades blend out incredibly. The shimmers are so shimmery. The toppers are amazing. And this shade over here, Moony, is definitely the perfect brow bone highlight inner corner. I love this so much, and I actually have it on my eyes today. I just keep reaching for it when I don't know what to wear. So I figured I'd put this in there. This is $16, and I just think that Colourpop also has some of the best eyeshadow formulas that I've tried this year, so shout out to you, Colourpop. You have my heart. Next, we're going to move into eyebrows, and I have two eyebrow pencils that I want to talk about. And if you have been watching me again from the beginning, this shouldn't be a surprise that these are my favorites, but the first one I'm going to talk about is the IT Cosmetics Brow Power Universal Brow Pencil. This is in the shade Universal Taupe, and like the Tarte Mascara, this is always on sale when Ulta has those 21 days of beauty sales. I love this pencil specifically for the tip. Just the tip. I don't know if you guys can see it. I'm going to try to make it work, but it's like an oval. It's not a traditional tip. It's definitely more ovular. I have a problem with putting too much pressure on the micro brow pencils because the tip is so small and then making an unnatural brow. I feel like with this, I really do get a very natural brow. This is my second time repurchasing this product, and I found this in a BoxyCharm, and I just am so happy I did. I think my brows have looked incredible and made a huge transformation throughout the year, and really I have to give it to this brow pencil. I don't know where I'd be without this. It has changed my life, and I really love the formula so much. It stays on forever. It's not too creamy. It's not too waxy. It just looks so good, and it fits my brows so well. And I know I just kind of said I couldn't use a micro brow pencil, but my next one is a micro brow pencil. This is a recent discovery for me. This is the Balm Ferocious Brow Pencil, and this is in the shade Light Brown. It is beautiful. It is micro brow, and I love this spoolie here specifically. It is so thick and dense that when you spoolie the hairs in with the product, it really just makes them look so natural. So this is so much more creamy of a formula than the IT Cosmetics one, so I have to use it completely, like the lightest hand I've ever used in my life, but I have it in my brows today, and I feel like I never have a bad brow day when I use either one of these products, and this one fits me perfectly. Like, this brow pencil has my perfect undertone. It's not too warm, it's not too cool. The IT Cosmetics one is just a little bit warmer than my eyebrow. So I feel like for a natural eyebrow day, I definitely gravitate toward this one because it fits me so well. I just love everything about it. Who would have knew? A micro brow pencil for me. And for brow gel, there are two brow gels I've been using this year. One I ran out of and didn't repurchase because I'm trying out the Tarte Busy Girl Brow Gel, which I don't think I like. But I'm just going to mention the other one, which is the Essence Make Me Brow. And it is beautiful, amazing. I'm going to put a picture up right here. It is like the Benefit Give Me Brow, but better. I found with the Benefit one, I didn't get as many fibers as I needed. I feel like I had to really build it up. I feel like it was a little crunchy. And with the Essence one, it's definitely messier. Like, the applicator is definitely not as precise as the Benefit one, but it is way more filled with fiber brows, which helps me on the days where I really, like, I don't have hair on this part of my eyebrow. I don't think you guys understand. Like, I have no hair. So if it could lash onto the little hairs I have and give me more looking hairs, like, I love it. I used to wear that all the time in the beginning of the year, but then again, when I ran out, I decided I wanted to try the Tarte one, and I haven't repurchased it since, but it is just a love of my life. It is $3, and I can't recommend it enough. And my next one is a clear brow gel. This is from Colourpop, and I'm wearing it today. This is the Colourpop Brow Boss Brow Gel. They now have tinted ones, so if you want a tinted brow gel, they have that now. I like the clear one the best because I feel like it sticks my brows in place so well. I use it all the time. I have it in my brows today. It just really lifts them. I like feathery brows, so it really lifts them and, like, places them. And it doesn't look unnatural. It looks really nice. Sometimes it does have like a white cast, but just like tap over your eyebrows and then it's gone. It's not crunchy, thank the Lord, because I hate crunchy brows, and that's what like always happens in a brow gel. I feel like they're either too crunchy for me or they look too unnatural, and this is the perfect mix because it's not crunchy, so it looks more natural. I just love it so much. Okay, and now we're gonna move on to lip products. So I'm gonna make a disclaimer here. These all may look similar, but I like them for the formulas. So I'm here talking about the formulas, not necessarily the colors, because I do love like deep, rich colors in all of these products, these lines, but I want to talk about the products that made me like the formula. It made me try more of them. And I'm going to start with the one that really stole my heart last year. This is from Ofra. This is the liquid lipstick in the shade Manila, and this is the new packaging, which is so pretty. I picked this up at Generation Beauty last year when I went with Tessa, and I seen it on the website and I was like, I think this would be a great nude for me, but I was too nervous. I wanted to see it in person, and this is it on the back of my hand. It is the perfect rosy neutral nude for me. I love this so much. It is just a shade that I always go to when I don't know what I want on my lips and I know I want a neutral and I want a liquid lipstick. I pick this up. The formula is amazing. The formula is matte but not drying. It doesn't ever dry down matte like the Colourpop matte lipsticks. I cannot do, because they just dry down so matte and they like crust up the lips. This doesn't do that. It has a very long wearing formula. It's very hydrating, and it doesn't crust up my lips. So I like it for that reason. It's not transfer proof, but it's so pretty. I love this formula, and I bought a lot more Ofra lip colors, especially Bal Harbour, which is so, oh my god, so pretty. Deep brown red, love it so much. And the formula is just to die for. So Ofra Cosmetics liquid lipsticks formula is incredible. The next liquid lipstick formula I want to talk about is Colourpop. And I actually forgot about this one until I was pulling out products for this video, and it is beat up. Like, look at this. Like, look at this. I beat this one up. This is the Colourpop Ultra Satin Lip. It doesn't even have the name anymore, in the shade Strip. And I got this in a BoxyCharm, and I've always loved the Ultra Satin Lip formula, but I literally would die for this color, and it looks ridiculously similar to the Ofra one. It just has a very different, warmer undertone almost, and this is incredible. These are $6.50, I think $6.50 now on the website, and they currently have like 40% off. But this is the perfect nude. It is even more hydrating than the Ofra liquid lipstick, and I feel like even more long wearing. Like, the Ofra one will come off in the middle of my lips and kind of give me like a butthole effect after about 4 or 5 hours, and this one doesn't. It's like somehow it stains the lips without actually staining the lips, but I can drink and eat, and there is still a little bit of this on my lips. It is the most incredible formula. It's so affordable, and I love the color. I didn't want to mention this because I thought they discontinued Strip, but then I was buying more makeup the other day and I saw it on the website, so I'm so happy. I might actually buy it back up because this is about a year old, and that's not necessarily good for you. The next one is Persona Cosmetics. This one is hard to describe because the formula is so interesting. It's actually really close to Strip. It's the closest to Strip than out of all of these, but it's a matte liquid lipstick. So like, it does dry down more than the other two, but it's not drying. It is probably the most hydrating out of all of these here. It is so comfortable on the lips that I don't even feel it on my lips. It's just always there. It definitely wears off the least amount out of all of these. I've legitimately worn this a whole day to school and not had to touch it up. And if I do have to touch it up, it doesn't like do that weird pill thing where like it pills up on itself if you reapply it. No, it just goes on and acts like you never took it off. It is so good. And I know they only have 3 shades. This is the neutral one. They have a bright red and a pink one, and I cannot wait for them to release more shades because this has honestly been the current go-to nude shade. If I ever want a nude, I've been picking Persona Cosmetics OG. Okay, I have products all around me, but I'm so happy because that completes this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you guys for 2018. It was really my year of putting myself out there as far as my YouTube channel and my Instagram, and honestly, it has been such a gratifying experience. I found that even though I may not feel comfortable yet with myself, that this is a journey toward self-love. Thank you guys so much for this. Thank you for always commenting. Especially those of you who comment all the time. I'm so awkward, but I do try to comment back. Just thank you so much for 2018, and I'm going to try to make 2019 even better. Thank you guys so much for watching. Subscribe if you want to, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.